Yo, what up? How's everybody doing tonight? Your boy Sasha Rock, aka the Regular Cat. We're here on a special Friday night edition. I know I said we was gonna go live at 8. Sorry everybody, I had to make it 8:30. I appreciate y'all though. What up, cuz? What up, DJ? We're gonna have some fun tonight. Got my man Substance coming through. Yes, sir. Peace with my dojo. What's good? Substance, my guy, you here? My brother's on point, on time. Oh. Yes, sir. Peace, peace, peace. Yo.
What up, what up, what up?
Oh, my God, thank you for being here this night, man. It's a special, bro. I started to let you hold on because I love that joint, man. But we could get into that in a second. But, yo, man, for everybody, this is my brother SUBSTANCE810. I'll make sure I get it right. We're going to get into where you out of and all that. I don't want to just blow the whole thing. Bro, let me just say one thing, man. Thank you for being here, my G. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into it, everybody's getting in here. Rap Seminar, thanks for joining us. Salute. I appreciate everybody being here on a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? But Substance is one of these real brothers, man. The reason I say that, because before we even do this interview, my guy, he been locking in from the beginning. We got introduced to each other. Peace to my brother Phil, Tissue on the Tape. Those are my podcast brothers, big brothers, and you know, they put me on the Substance, and you've been locking in from the beginning, yo. So salute, and I appreciate that, my G.
Bro, I appreciate you. Same thing, man. Like, as soon as you call wind to me, you've been locked in, bro, and I can only do the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no
man.
Shout out to Tissue in the Tape, man. My dude Phil Davis backwards over there. That's fam. Heat holders. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Official heat holders, respect heat holders. Also, salute to all my peoples in my GOAT squad is coming through the show. It's love tonight as well. King Virtue, dope producer. We're going to talk about, we get to them. But tonight is about my brother SUBSTANCE810. Thanks for being here. You know what I'm saying? And
happy to be here.
So, no, absolutely, G. First, I love that background. That joint is fire, my guy. That got me. That blew my mind right there. I love that background, B.
Thank you, man. That's where I spend most of the time, man. This shit is fucking big joint behind the table. This shit
See, that's you're gonna make me work hard on my art game, bro.
Man, I'm lucky, man. I be meeting artists, bro, and they be giving me joints. Like, I got a certain type of job. I be in people's houses or whatnot, and I see something. Oh, you like that? Just take it home. You know what I mean? I'm blessed, bro, in that sense. You know what I mean?
And once again, you blessed because it's the energy that you give off as well. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that unless you give them that positive energy also. You know what I'm saying? You know,
going to a good home.
Word, man. Word. Let's get into it, bro. Let's everybody know where you from, where these bars is birthed from, man.
I'm from Michigan, man. Port Huron, Michigan, to be exact.
Okay.
It's the easternmost point of Michigan, as they say. Like, you coming in from the airport and you land at the airport in actually around Taylor, you know what I mean? But Detroit Metropolitan Airport. And if you go east, my city is where the highway ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you take the highway all the way till it ends before you get to Canada. That's the only way you can go further. But that's where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Small town, little border town, tourist town, you know.
All right. Salute to the people still joining my homie, my sister, Miss T. Shout out to my tribe. You know, we all met through Tissue. All of us met through
Jeff down there. Jeff and Dan, I see y'all, man.
Yo, thanks for everybody joining us on this Friday night. You know what I'm saying? It's a special edition. We got a special MC on the mic right here. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for being here with us. You know, now, Michigan. You know, how, like, for me, I used to always say some of my favorite MCs come from Brooklyn and Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So being Detroit, how far is that from, like, when I say Detroit, like, I'm thinking Elza, Royce, Guilty. How far is that from you?
40 minutes. I stay
Okay.
40 minutes from it now, but I grew up an hour from it. You know what I'm saying? Port Huron's about an hour outside of Detroit.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I was always familiar with those cats. Grew up listening to them just like you did. You know what I'm saying? Luxury of seeing them perform here and there and shit.
Word,
Uh,
word,
the culture's rich here, man. Like I'm happy to and blessed to be like around it. You know what I mean? Like, but I always grew up no more than an hour outside of it. You know what I'm saying? Always
word,
in the city catching shows downtown and shit. You know?
word. That's dope, man. Because it's like the thing is, from knowing of like from what I know of it, because I'm not gonna say act like I'm engulfed in the history of Detroit and hip hop, but from what I know of it, like coming up through the battling was heavy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Making your mark. You know what I'm saying? Is that what
yeah.
helped like carve you and sharpen you into the MC you are?
Nah, actually, you know what I mean? Like a lot of that comes from shout out to my dude Ty Ferris. He came up battle rapping. You know what I mean? Ty came up battle rapping for sure. Um, Big Proof was his mentor. Rest in peace, Big Proof.
Rest, yeah.
Um,
So,
but like it's mostly things when you think of Detroit and battle rap and that connection, I think people think to the Rap Olympics,
mhm.
and I don't even think that was in Detroit, but that's how Eminem got discovered. You know what I mean? Like that's how Dr. Dre got wind of Eminem. And the
Okay.
Rap Olympics was in like California, if I'm not mistaken. But
Word.
I mean, there was definitely a lot of battles at the hip hop shop back in the day and shit like that. There
Yes,
was a lot
yes.
of legendary battles. You know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure. But I myself, I didn't come up battling.
Okay.
Battling's like something I'm able to do, but it's not. I'd rather watch it. You know what I mean? I'm entertained by it.
Word.
I don't
That's
really, I don't really participate too much. You know what I'm saying? Like,
word. And the thing is, so like some of the inspirations for you, because when I listen to your music, I can tell what I think I hear. But I like to hear like what are some of the MCs and artists that inspired you and got you going into?
man, I always, even though I grew up here, I've always been heavily influenced by like East Coast hip hop. You know what I mean? Like growing up, I listened to my favorite artist growing up, and even still now was like Big Pun,
Mm.
um, Wu Tang,
Yes.
Jay-Z
Yeah.
and Nas, of course, Biggie and Pac. But I even like did listen to things in the Midwest, like shit. We was listening to Nelly a lot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Um, we listened to Dipset a lot. You know,
Okay.
but shit like when I was in high school, shit like the Locks and the Big Pun albums that came out around that time, and that's the
Word.
shit that really stuck with me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like me and my guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember as early as I can remember, I was always like talking with East Coast slang and shit like that, and
Yeah.
as young as I can remember being. You know what I mean? And I remember people used to be like, "Oh, you ain't from New York. Why you talking like that?" And la 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 la. And then as time went on, you know what I mean? Like everybody kind of was influenced in some way or another just because that's just what we loved where I was from. You know what I'm saying? Like at
Word.
least the people that I knew, the circle I grew up in,
Absolutely.
you know?
Nah, that's dope because when I listen to your music, man, and like I said, I didn't want to say what I heard, but and I don't want to sound like I'm being partisan or whatever biased, but I definitely hear a heavy East Coast like sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for me, like I said, everybody know I say it all the time. I grew up in New York, Mount Vernon, and like I like a certain type of hip hop. I love a lot of hip hop, but I love a certain type. And when I hear you, you have an immaculate ear for beats, bro. Because your beats sound like the quality is so dope, and it sounds like the boom bap. I hear a Wu Tang sound to it. So hearing all of this, and you saying that's your what you came up listening to, I could definitely hear it. But it's an influence on you, but you're not copying. You know what I'm saying? Which is
I
great.
find that really important, man. Like I think around the time, it's funny you say that because I remember last year in June, I dropped the definition of. I think I might have dropped like four since then, from
Mm-hmm.
June last year until now. But I remember hitting the stride when I did that because like that was kind of like it wasn't a part two, but it was almost like an homage to my very first album, which was called The Definition. It's like
Right.
all off streaming and everything right now. Like I got it in a double disc box set where you can hit where people can hear it, but I took it all offline. But that came out in like 2006,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of like picked up where I started with that, like break beats, boom bap shit,
Mm-hmm.
like the dustier the better, the grimier the better, like real like nostalgic shit. And I
Yeah.
started to enjoy it a lot more when I did that album, and then just continue to do it and take it further. Like one of my favorite albums I did is Chess Pieces. Shout out to my dude Chuck Chan. We actually
Word.
working on a joint right now that I'm probably gonna put out like beginning of next year sometime. I've been working on it shit for almost about a year, which is
Okay.
a little longer than I usually work on joints. So I'm always working on like 2, 3 projects at the same time. But
Okay.
I remember when I put out that joint though, just to wrap it up, like not to be long winded, but when I put out Chess
Yeah.
Pieces, somebody hit me and they was like, I'm trying to think how they said it. They was like, yo, you got like a perfect mix between 90s nostalgic sound, but it's modern too. And it's like, they're
Absolutely.
like, I don't know how you do it, but it's a perfect mix. And when they said that to me, I was like, that's exactly what I want to do. So I started just concentrating on it more. So that's
Was
always in the back of my mind when I'm picking beats. So I'm thinking about what type of songs I want to write. Like it's really coming from a place of being a
uh I think I lost the sound on you.
FaceTime me right now.
There we go. We back. We
Chuck
back.
Chan was trying to FaceTime me right now. Speaking of
Oh,
Chuck
oh,
Chan, you
oh.
know
I
what I'm
was like,
saying?
yo, yeah. I was like, we lost the sound. I was like, nah, this is getting good, yo, because it's like, yo, you're giving me so much of what I wanted
Yeah.
to ask you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But that's like, pretty much when that supporter said that to me, you know what I mean? Because I don't really like to call them fans, everybody supporters.
Word.
When he said that to me, it was like, yo, that's exactly what I want to do. So I keep that in mind when I think about topics and projects and beats and stuff like that.
Word.
You know what I mean? It's like it's important to me, bro. Like
And uh,
nostalgia and just the sound of the music is real important.
and that's why I love your music, bro. That's why I could tap into it because honestly, you're bringing it. Just you said it like, dog, bro. We didn't even talk about what I was gonna say, man. And you like you eating it up, you eating it up. But nah, really, it's like when I listen to it, it gives me that vibe of that time because I grew up like I said, I saw hip hop birth. '90s for me was great. When we
Yeah,
heard the Woo, we heard the dirtiness of Redman, and
yeah,
your sound sounds like that, but up to date. You understand
yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Thank you.
whoever told you that, whatever supporter told you that, they locked in. But it's not hard to do because your music is right there to do it, to give it to you like that. Like
Yeah, it's not hard to do. It's natural for me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I take my name seriously too. Like that's
yes,
another
yes,
thing that's in the
yes,
forefront of my mind. Like I know my name is substance, so it's like I gotta provide that. You know what I
and that
mean?
the thing is with me because one of the things that make me a fan and a supporter of artists is I love lyricals. I always say that substance is key for me, you know, because I want to be able to like, damn, like word break it down, like yo, like I wanted to get. We just get into some of your projects too, man. Like you put time and thought into everything, and for me as a fan, let me just say thank you, bro. You know what I mean? Because it makes it easy for me to support artists like you,
Word.
and you know what I'm saying. So it's easy for me. Like it takes no one time to hit play to something dope because you'll listen to something on the radio easy and just
Yeah,
get dumbed down. Listen to
yeah.
something with substance and uplift it. You know what I mean? Be entertained by that.
Bro, I appreciate that, man. That's love. That's all I want to do. I want to give
Yeah.
music, you know what I mean, people can relate to. Like I made myself a promise some years ago, like that. There's a lot of
Mhm.
times where I'll think about writing something and be like, damn, should I say that? Like that's deep or
Right.
that's personal. And
Right.
that's when I know that's exactly what I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to omit some things, you know what I'm saying? Like take some
Mhm.
things out or whatnot, like when I was going too deep or whatnot. But then I started realizing like, yo, that's what people want. Like the more
Right.
personable, the better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the music is really introspective. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times, you
And
know?
that's the truth. Like when I was recording, I saw that firsthand. Like when I was recording, doing what I thought what people want to hear. You know what I mean? And then the songs that caught on, what my songs called Up Close and Personal. It was just right from here. Like it was one of the songs that the radio kept playing after they had it on their battle. People call me
See?
like, "Yo, your song's on the radio." I'm like, "No, it's not. Battle's over." Yes, it is. So
Yes, it is.
being open to that, and it's like, yo, people, believe it or not, people still want that. There's a fan base for that. Everyone
Yeah,
doesn't want to be dumbed down.
yeah,
And,
yeah, man. There's all types of different lanes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
shout out to every type of different listener because you got to listen to what you enjoy. But there's
and
definitely people that want to hear more. You know what I'm saying? And there's a time and place and a space for every vibe of hip hop. You know what I mean?
yeah, like I grew up in an era where the radio did have different types of you could hear Kid and Play, and then Public
Yeah,
Enemy, NWA, and
yeah,
then EPD. All
yep,
of that was on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Now, for you though, like, tell me about like the first project you did, and like, how did you feel going into that? I always like to ask people this. Going into your first project is always big because it could be the butterflies, because it's the first
Mm.
thing that you're releasing to everyone. So, how was it for you when you went through the first, the process of that?
Um, Shit, man. I would say shout out to my dude Town, man. He has an independent label in
Hmm.
Detroit. It's called Straight Jacket Records. And
Okay.
I used to be signed with him in like 2003.
Okay.
It was about like 3 or 4 years. I can't remember if it was 2000 or 2003 or if that was like in between the time. But long story short, like that was my first like experience, going to radio. He took us on little mini tours and did shows out of state, and we would do like actual rehearsals for the shows. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like full on sweating like it's the show at rehearsal and
Word.
shit. And that's where I really like got to, see what it's like to take it serious and put the work in
Hmm.
and get on the road and be in different hotels and go into a studio out of state and then going to the radio on the way back and all of that. Like
Yeah.
I was real fortunate for that because like when that situation ended and it was all love, you know what I'm saying? Like that's still my man to this day. I
Word.
remember I remember like in the end of it, we were working on this album that never really actually came out, but we were working on it. And I was like working on some mixtapes on the side of it. And I remember
Okay.
my dude Champ Town just laughing like, man, you gotta focus on the album. You can't like you got the contracts or you can't just be putting music out on the side and selling CDs on the street and you know what I mean? But I was eager.
Doing
You know what I mean?
live.
Like I was mad eager, dog. Like so I remember when that deal ended, I remember thinking to myself, all right, like now I got the chance. I could put out whatever I want to right now. So like
Hmm.
what I'm gonna do. And it was more exciting than anything. You know what I'm saying? I was just happy to be able to bring my vision to the world. You know what I mean? Like that first album in 2006, that was like on all streaming and all of that stuff back then. You know what I mean? My first one from the jump was on the all platforms and all stuff like that. Um, but I don't think I didn't do my first vinyl until last year actually. Took a long time for things like vinyl. But there wasn't no butterflies or nothing. I was just more excited, dog. Like I was happy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was happy to just do my thing. You know what I mean?
You felt you
Or
knew you were ready. You had it in you. It was
yeah,
like, I'm just ready to just let everybody hear it, and all that.
yeah.
Now,
Because I had my own ideas of like what type of songs I wanted to do and what type of lyricist that I wanted to be. Matter of
right.
fact, my name was different. People who follow me a lot probably heard the story before, but my name used to be Technique, like
Okay.
TEKNEEK.
All
And
right.
at that time, and that was actually when I was on the label with Champtown. And then I shortened it down to Tech around the time that I left. And I put out that album under Tech. And then I remember Drew Ha from Duck Down hit me in the
Salute.
email. And he was a salute to Drew Ha and Duck Down, man. And he was like, he was super fucking nice about it too, man. You know what I mean? Like major salute on that because I wasn't nobody. Like I was like nobody at all. I guess I
Uh-huh.
made enough noise for him to find out about me somehow.
Yeah.
And he just hit
Right.
me and he was like, yo, much love on everything you're doing. If you ever come to New York and perform, like we don't want it to be no confusion with the names or whatnot. You know what I mean? Smith and Wesson, Tech and
Yeah,
Skill. And I
exactly.
was like, oh shit, word. So it was like open ended like that. Like, you know what I mean? Salute, just saying, want to put that out there. And I remember thinking, like, all right, I'm gonna have to change my name. And I always like one word names, always like names that describe me. And I
Mm-hmm.
just thought about it probably for like a solid week or two. And it was Substance at first. And then it was like streaming platform issues, you know, where people would search
Yeah,
Substance and bands
exactly.
would come up and everything. So that's where the 810 came into place. And ever since
Word.
then, it's been great because it's targeted now. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
810 is the area code for my hometown. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. Because I know
Word.
when I first tapped in with you, and I was searching you on certain platforms, you know, if you don't put the 810, I'm just like, nah, this ain't him. You know what I mean? You know
Word.
what I mean? So,
Yeah.
right. You
It
you
won't come up.
you see the album covers and like nah, like I know you like to go like you're thinking, man, you use your brain,
Mm.
but I know those wasn't where you were going. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
It's some
Because
wild stuff
look
will
at
come
your
up.
work now, it's like yes. But then when I put the 810 in, I'm like, yeah, that's the MC.
Yeah.
That's my G right there,
You search Substance by itself, you're gonna see alternative music, all types of
Yeah,
you'll
yo. I'm
see
like,
some
nah, this is not him. I don't
that's
care
not
what
it.
nobody tell me, you know what I'm saying? Word.
That's not
You
it
know.
right there. You
Nah.
know?
Now, when I saw some of your albums, like some of your projects, when you lock in, do you do this on purpose? When you lock in with one producer throughout, or is that something that you just started doing?
That's actually something I just started doing, and it just happened by coincidence. I just enjoy the workflow of it. Um, like on the definition of June last year, I produced the majority of that. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like I did joints like The Rising with me, Rome Streets, and Daniel Son. I produced a
yeah,
joint with me and Jay Royale on it. I produced a joint with me and Jamil Honesty.
salute.
I produced a
Word.
lot of them joints, like 6 or 7 of them joints. And then Chess Pieces was fully produced by Chuck Chan. And that's where I got my first taste of like, yo, this is dope with
Yeah,
the right
yeah.
producer. You know what I'm saying? The producer got to be very versatile so you can like get what you
That's
need from
true
one
too.
person. You know what I'm saying? Because that
Word.
could be
Especially
difficult.
if you might want to go different avenues, different songs.
Yeah,
They might, you know what I'm saying?
it might not be, that cat might not be capable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, in all
yeah.
due respect, like he may be talented in just 1 or 2 lanes. You know what I'm saying? You might
Right.
want different vibes. But that shit worked out great. Not in The most important thing to me is having fun when I'm making the project because it don't feel like work. You know what I mean? So that
Exactly.
shit was like that. So I dropped that. And then the next one was Making Waves. I dropped Definition of June last year, Chess Pieces September last year. Making Waves was January this year. And that
Yeah.
was the same thing as the Definition. I produced like half of them. You know what I mean?
Mm,
I did the joint with me and SD Nat. I did a lot of joints on there, almost about half the album. And I keep
yeah.
it low. You know what I mean? Some people just find out organically. I'm gonna start talking about it more now. You know what I mean? As time goes on, but when I do that, I feel like it's more like I just want to bar out. Like I got a lot
Yeah.
of different concepts in mind, but it's not like a conceptual album. I
Right.
just feel
Right.
like rapping when I make shit like the Definition or Making Waves. Like that's literally me just wanting to rap. You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
Like I ain't got no certain subject. I just feel like spitting. You know what I'm saying?
Word. And
And then
quick
it was
question.
dope. It was dope after that to get with Hobgoblin and now my dude and Najee Jordan. And shout out to
Yeah,
them, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Word.
Hobgoblin started after Making Waves drop, Hob hit me up and wanted me to get on his album The Awakening.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that joint and who ended up being on it, Pure ended up being on it, and Josiah the Gift, the Warriors 3 joint. So
Mm.
I did that joint, and the response was just crazy. Motherfuckers
No
was
doubt.
hitting me up, sharing it and shit. And I just hit up Hob like, yo, you trying to do something? And the rest was history, man. He sent a few packs. Like with cats like him and Najee, and even Chuck
Yeah.
too. That's what be best about it. It's like it ain't pack of beats after pack of beats after pack. Like get a couple packs and pretty much got it. Like
And you're
might swap a
good.
few things out, you know what I mean, towards the
Word.
end, but it's always enjoyable, man. All them brothers is talented.
Yes,
And
sir.
it is real easy to do that, you know what I mean, when you're working with one producer if it's the right one. So I do
Word.
enjoy it, you know what I mean? I may get away from him in the future after the next joint me and Chuck do, because
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna feel like I got a joint actually that I produced the whole thing. Me and my dude Deuce Hennessy. That's pretty much done. It's just sitting in the tuck, like waiting. You know what I mean? But it's about 2 or 3 projects that I got almost done that I'm working on, like to drop next year. You know what I mean?
Okay. And real quick, I just want to shout everybody in the room that's jumping in here on that Friday night. Shout out my man Sisiko, South Africa. That's the one of the dudes that salute, man. He keep the love all the
Or
time. You know what I'm saying? he let me know what hip hop is really popping in Cape Town. You know what I'm saying? So just
shout
a
out to
shout out
Cape
there.
Town, man. Shout out to the
Yeah,
motherland.
word. Now, one thing I want to talk to you about too, because as I'm listening to you with these projects, your work ethic, bro, is like is like early 2000s baseball with steroids, yo. Your work ethic is sick, man. Like, I'm looking at
Yo,
it, I'm like, yo, are these all freshly recorded for that project, or are these songs that you may have recorded? Because there's nothing wrong with either way, because when you feel it, you go in and lock in. But do
yeah.
you record fresh for each project, or are these some joints that may not have made one project, but you know they were fire enough to be released later?
I never do that. Um,
Okay.
I can honestly say any joint that ain't never made the album just ain't never came out. There's a lot of
Word.
joints that just ain't never came out. Like if they got trimmed off the fat, so to speak, when the album was about to
Yeah.
drop,
Yeah.
they just never came out. They might come out on a beat tape or a bonus track later, but all of the songs I can honestly say for every single album I made was wrote for that album. And I'm always working on. See, for me, it works good because for me, working on several different projects at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and say like when I was working on the Hanging Gardens, actually when I was working on when I put out Making Waves,
Uh-huh.
I was already working on the Hanging Gardens and a Righteous Offering in January. You know what I mean? Like so, but it worked good because it's like a Righteous Offering is a concept album, the Hanging Gardens is a concept album, and Making Waves was just kind of barring out and spitting.
Word.
So
Word.
depending what mood I was in that day,
Okay.
you know,
All right.
that's how it worked for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
Yeah.
doing some hard shit today. I feel like writing a story today. And then I
Uh,
got multiple projects like waiting on standby, and I'll just see what I need to do for that particular one that day and how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And it works out good. I
yeah,
don't get
because
bored that way.
right, see, because I was gonna ask you, like, when you're working on one project, how do you channel that energy and focus to different ones? But like you said, depending on how you feeling and writing, that might be the vibe for that album. Or you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you going this so honestly, that shit is fucking fly shit, bro. That's
Yo,
because it makes so much sense when you break it down. You know what I'm saying?
it's all
Like
how you think about it. You know what I mean?
it
I had
is.
a lot of cats tell me like, "Oh, I can't do a couple projects at once because then I'm not giving enough attention to the one. I'm dividing it."
Word.
If you look at it like that, it's gonna be like that.
Exactly.
I just don't look at it like that.
You opened up my mind to it. So it's like because
Word.
before you even spoke on it, that's what I was thinking. But then it's like that third eye, you opened it up and it's like, oh, okay, because you got all these thoughts coming out, but in your mind, you know this album here, Making Waves, is going this way. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Chess Piece is going that way. So
Yep.
you can't. And when you got that creativity flowing, you don't want to shut it down because that's not the vibe for that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
honestly, when you hear your music, bro, I'm thankful that you do it that way because it all comes out crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you, man.
word. I want to
I'm,
talk about one of the joints for sure. Like I tapped into a lot of your videos, man, but one of my favorite ones was Lay Your King Down. You know,
word.
now the reason it's one of my favorites because I play chess, but I'm stunting. So I will never challenge anyone to a chess match. It's been years since I played. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
still love the game. And
yeah,
for anybody who hasn't seen it, the video is fire. The concept is sick. Dude dressed up like a knight. That's what caught my I loved it.
word,
You know what I'm saying?
word.
So was that the concept when you wrote the album? Like when you knew you were gonna do a video, did you already have that in mind for it?
That's a good question. So the way we did chess pieces, I might not have ever told this specifically, this
Mm.
in depth.
I love
But
getting exclusives on the regular
yeah,
cat combo,
the
bro.
way we did it on some real shit. So when I started listening to the beats, me and Chuck had just met online on IG. He
Okay.
sent me some beats. I picked a couple. I might have wrote Lay Your King Down first off the rip. I think
Mm.
that might have been the first joint that I wrote and recorded. And shortly after that, I actually went down to Olean and met him in person and linked up with him and Deuce and just kicked it, you know what I'm saying? Like met in the physical. So then we down there, we in the studio listening to more beats for the album. And he play a couple joints like Royal Rooks, or sorry, Regal Rooks,
Mm-hmm.
Tactical Motifs. I think it might have just been them two. They already had like some verses on it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like,
Word.
because there's a whole collective of the home team cats. So like there was like some Lucy's. You know what I'm saying? Like on some like, yo, this beat open, it got a verse on it type shit. So I'm in the lab and I'm like realizing that I could make like something out of those joints. But even at that time, we still didn't necessarily have a concept, but I made the Lay Your King Down song. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I had made the art already, is what it was.
All
Because I
right. All
made
right.
I made the art for chess pieces. I made the art for the definition of. I made the art for a righteous offering. Besides the Black Jesus for righteous offering. Shout out to PQ. But I made all
Word.
the album artwork for those joints too. So I made the album artwork from the movie Fresh, one of my favorite fucking movies.
Yes. Yes.
And I remember
Yes.
we had the cover, and that's what made me do the Lay Your King Down joint. But I'm thinking after that, how can I tie all this together? And then
Okay.
that's when we started thinking about the skits with the Fisher and Spassky skits and just chess skits in general and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
name idea. That was the first time I got the idea to like have everything tied together as far as skits and song names and album title and artwork and everything.
Like the stuff you were doing.
Yeah. And I had fun with that shit, man. But it
Yeah.
it was real organic how it happened. And like I said, some of them joints, at least two of them, I think it was the only two. They already had some verses on them or whatnot. You know what I mean? I just took them and tied them together. Some of them joints was beats that people had already heard already and they ain't fuck with and shit like that.
Mm.
Chuck laughs about that all the time. Like, yo, man, you took joints that people passed up on and that was sitting here for years, and
It be
you know what I
like
mean?
that, man.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Listen, man. You hear stories like that all the time in hip hop. Like when don't you hear that? Like
Yep.
from every era, a lot of MCs, and it always ends up being like songs like, damn, what were they thinking when they passed that joint? But they didn't see the
I've done
vision
it.
that you saw.
I've done it too. I've done it too for sure. I
Yeah.
passed on a shit. I remember I passed on a Hobgoblin beat when we was doing Hanging Gardens that ended up being on the Vinny Paz joint.
See,
I
but
remember I
that's the
heard it.
thing.
I was like, "What the hell was I thinking, dog?" And it was a hard ass one too.
But
It was
it
retarded.
could have been once again like with you, and you say how you work on so many things at once sometimes. If it didn't fit what you were working on at the time, it just wasn't meant to fit for it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
if it was meant, not that and fire, it could still be some fire joints, just not meant for where you're going at that time. Shout out to my brother DJ Cool B, one of the dopest dudes out there, man. Knew him since
word,
before everything. You know what I mean? You
no
know,
doubt.
word. But word
That's a
like
good thing. That's a good thing to say though, man, because I run into that with producers a lot. You know what I mean? Like you get to shooting beats back and forth and haven't picked a beat yet, and they like, man, I'm sending you all types of crazy shit. Like, what's going on? It's like, shit is crazy. It could be dope as ever. It just ain't what you need right then, or it ain't what you need for that project. I mean, I
Word.
gotta learn that when I be shooting my fucking most fire beats to people, and I be getting those responses too. But it's just timing is everything, man. Like, you know,
Yeah, man. It's like timing is so important in everything. You know what I mean? Like when you say timing is everything, like that's a saying that we hear all our life, but you don't realize how much it is implicated in everything we do. You know what I'm
right,
saying? You
right,
know, from timing is everything, even on a flow or you know what I'm saying on a cadence. You know what I mean? That could make or break a whole song. You know what I mean? And artists, creators know that. You know, word.
yeah.
No,
Especially for me, yo.
yeah,
You could be
no.
dope as
One of the
ever, but
joints I oh yeah, like pardon me, bro. I apologize. I didn't mean to talk. Like I'm
nah, you
excited because there's so much that
good.
like one of the joints that one of my I always ask people about one of like the songs that I love that's a favorite of that's one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Now there's a few that stand out, especially because you release so frequent. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? And doing so is not like that could be a bad thing for some, but I could tell your supporters and your fans love it because everything's well received, and on top of that, everything's well put together. It's,
Word.
if you putting out just a whole mixture medley of just music, they'd be like, goodness gracious, slow down, focus. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
what's going on here.
Yeah. No doubt. People always asking for more, man. I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, one of my joints, like the Hanging Gardens, let's get to that track. I just gotta get to that track, my G, because
Okay.
like I said, I always ask people about one of my favorite songs from them, and I had
Yeah.
this one had to be the one, man, because shout out to I want to make sure I'm saying his name right too, Ethan the Assassin.
E the Mad Assassin. E the Mad
Oh,
Assassin. Yeah,
Ethan
it's just
Mad
all one
Assassin.
word. Yeah, no doubt. Shout
One
out
thing
to my
about me,
dude,
I'm
E
like
the Mad Assassin,
I be
out
trying to
there in
sound
Cali.
things out and everything, think I got it right, man.
Nah, it's all good, man. Yeah, E the
But
Mad
nah, y'all
Assassin,
bodied
no
that.
doubt.
Y'all
Yeah,
got
man.
crazy bodied it. The videos fire, all that. Talk to me
Thank you.
about that going into that joint, man. Like, what was y'all? Did y'all have an idea what y'all was doing with that song?
Um, I remember the first song I did for Hanging Gardens was From a Seed, and I made
Yeah,
that the intro. I knew it was gonna be the intro,
word.
and then I think the Hanging Gardens. It was one of the last songs that I did, and when I got done with it, because I said something in the verse. A lot of times I'll name the song off something I said in the verse or the hook, or just usually it's a phrase from the verse or the hook. So I said
Mm-hmm.
something in the verse about the Hanging Gardens, and I might not have even have named the joint yet. Like I did the
Mm-hmm.
song From a Seed, and then I said something about the Hanging Gardens, and I think right after that I decided what it was going to be conceptually, and everything was going to be about growth and everything. But I remember recording that joint and being like, "Yeah, this is going to be the title song," because it had
Word.
that type of energy. And after I put the verse and the hook on it, it just sounded like I needed my dude E on it. You know what I mean? Like I usually get him on the hard high energy joints. We
Yeah.
like to perform together in the future live. You know what I'm saying? Like 'cause
Word.
we
That's
always
dope.
linking up. You know what I'm saying? So I knew he
Listen.
was gonna bring the energy that was needed, man. And his verse was perfect. I still remember hearing that shit when he sent it back. I was like, damn, you
Yo.
know, no doubt.
The thing is, the video, like when you hear the song, if you haven't heard the song first and you come across the video first, it's so fitting. It fits so well. Like, you
Yeah,
know, that's just that vibe for me and what I love coming up. So you know what I mean? It's just like right up my alley. You know what I mean?
it's crazy because I ain't know if the video was gonna work out like that because we put out the song first and the album dropped. And then I wanted to shoot the video, but I'm thinking like, where am I going? Like, I want to find something that's going to emulate the Hanging Gardens. So
Right.
I literally got online and I'm looking around Cali, and I stumble like I'm looking for like cavernous places and rock structure and like foliage by the beach and whatnot. And then I came across that place we shot that in Malibu. It's like
Okay.
along the Pacific Coast Highway, and it's like they got some vineyards over there close by. Like that was the first place I was seeing these hills with the vineyards wrapping around. And then as I was looking farther down, I started seeing them the big cavernous rock formations on the beach and everything. And I was like, yeah, that's where it need to be. So I
Yeah.
literally like shout out to my dude Klepto. He do most of my videos, man. I literally like me, him, my my tour manager Rob. Shout out to my dude Rob. We all hopped on the plane. Like Klepto girl even. Like she was working the lights and everything. We all hopped on a plane and went to Cali, meet up with my dude E. That was probably the most planned video I did because I wanted it to be street. I always wanted to
Right.
shoot in the aqueducts, you know what I'm saying? Them scenes where we was in the aqueducts underneath the overpasses and shit. I always
Right.
wanted to do that, but I literally didn't know how we was gonna mix the two together, like how we was gonna be on the beach and in the aqueduct, but the shit worked fucking perfect. Like, you know what I
Listen,
mean?
man.
Like,
Word. But like y'all, like I said, it was a fast session on that, man. That joint is
yeah,
just. That's some of them joints is actually just fun to listen to as well. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
as a fan of hip hop, the culture and all that, like you certain songs you just lock in, you be like, yo, word. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know. And
Appreciate that, man.
you know, and shout out to my boy once again, Phil, to shit on the tape, because listening to one of your albums, you know what I'm saying? I heard you had him on there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that let me know
Pulpit.
the connection y'all got. That's real. That's dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But
That came towards the end of the album, man. Shout out to Philmatic, man. Like, I think I wrote the joint and I wanted to make it like a skit. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to be short and shit. And I
yeah,
literally
yeah,
just hit
yeah.
him up like, yo, can you talk some shit? Like, and I just told him the name of the song. Like, I don't even think I told him it was called Pulpit. I just told him the album was called Righteous Offering. And I was just want you to talk some shit in the beginning, talk some shit in the middle, and I'm gonna lay my verse in between and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And man, the shit he said was just perfect, man. All that shit was
Word,
perfect, man. Like he literally
word.
like went in there and like freestyled that shit. Like
Yeah, you know,
he was
Phil
literally
get
just in there just with the mouthpiece, man. Shout out to
word.
Phil,
You
man.
know, that's what Phil do. You know,
Yeah,
shout out to
yeah.
my brother True Words, one of my Ghost Squad brothers right there. He gave a shout out to you as well. You know
Shout
what I'm
out to True
saying?
Words, man. No
Definitely
doubt.
get busy there. You know. Now let's talk about this last project you put out, man. Like you said, the one with Onaje. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us some background on like what went into that project there. You know what I'm saying? If anybody doesn't know, like you said, talking about the righteous offering. You know, how long did that one? Like, I know. See, probably this is probably one of those questions that's hard for you to answer because you're working on multiple things at once. But how long do you, if you can see, how long did it take to put this one together? Or are you able to separate that timing?
Um, it released in April.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably think I want to say we was working on it about November, December.
Okay.
You know, so it must have been done to release in April. It was probably done in early March. So about
Yeah.
November, December to about March.
Okay,
You
man.
know what I
Like
mean?
this one here, you and Onaje, man, y'all gotta certain like when you hear like and one thing, this is what I like. One an MC locks in with just one producer, you can really see how well they work together. You understand what I'm saying?
I've been
Y'all
wanting to
two,
fuck with a Najee. Yeah, that's my
listen,
guy.
man, that connection there, bro. I I hope to hear it again as a lock in because he got the when you talk about them gritty sounds, we talk about that era.
Yeah,
Goodness gracious, yo, he could have had shout out to he could have had. I could hear you with Raekwon on some of these joints or whatever like that. It's like it's that sound and
yeah,
it's that time, and you
yeah.
bringing it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, Najee
So
got some joints, man. And he got a certain sound, like you said. Like I
yeah,
remember because we had some dope conversations just about culture and life and stuff in general besides that. And that's kind of how the righteous offering thing came around. And like I remember, man, just like it was hard not to pick beats, you know what I'm saying? Getting packs from a
yeah,
Najee, like, but I do remember at one point being like, yo, I want to make sure we do less loops. I wanted it to be heavy drums, you know what I'm saying? Real drum heavy,
mm,
just intentionally, you know what I'm saying? Like just purposefully. But I enjoy loops like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like if it was up
word,
to
word,
me, you get a whole fucking album of loops and shit. But I feel it's important to fucking reinforce that boom bap shit, bro. And he do that
Yeah.
shit fucking nice, man. You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's well balanced, bro. Like you gave me some of them joints, like the dirty, like the sample and all that, and then you come with some. I'm like boom, like
Yeah.
like listen, and you know, one thing I love about having this platform is because when us MCs and artists or just people in the culture in general that I lock in and I like, I'm able to tell them. You know what I'm saying? I'm able. That's all I love. That's you don't
Word.
understand. I love this shit, bro, because I'm able to lock in and be like, listen, this is
Yeah.
what I love about your music, bro. You understand what I'm
Word.
saying?
That's real
Now,
shit, man.
word, you know, so thank you for that, bro. Now, with this album, man, like, do you see any more visuals coming from it? Like videos or anything else?
I did the Savage. We put out the Savage Lands. May It Be
Yes.
Swift joint. Shout out to Klepto. He shot that. That was in my hometown.
That
I
joint is
definitely
fire,
got to do.
too.
I definitely got to do a couple more. Thank you, bro. I definitely got to do at least one or two more because,
Okay.
like, honestly, this it's like a real big picture to this shit. Like, because it's almost like, what I mean, making waves. I'm in the sea. I'm in the water. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then I come to the island and I find the Hanging Gardens. And then I leave the
Mm.
Hanging Gardens across the desert to Righteous Lands. And then now
Woo!
it's about to be Desolate Lands next year. And then like the Desolate Lands almost represents like my hometown because it's like it's an
Yeah.
empty place for a lot of reasons. You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
like all of this shit is like one big
That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing the
massive
whole
saga.
picture now. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
when you want to goose chase or whatever, a hunt, scavenger hunt, and you start seeing everything fall into place. I'm like, dang, I see it. Like, once you start naming them, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Because
Now,
it's got to be deeper than just one particular album.
word,
Like,
just
you know what I
album
mean?
names, you know,
I want that shit to be timeless. You know what I'm saying? Like,
goes
definitely
with the
got to
name
do a few
Substance.
more videos though. I want to do a joint for Power Bars,
Uh
and
huh.
I had an idea to do something for Hometown Hero. Like, I wanted to make that story into a visual. You know what I'm
Word,
saying?
word.
Like, I don't know if I end up doing both, but I need to get down there to Jersey and fuck with my dude Josiah the Gift, man. Shout out to Josiah the Gift. Might go
Listen,
down there and probably shoot like once I get down there, probably shoot like 3 or 4 videos. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, we
that's
overdue.
dope. But listen, couple things too. Shout out my lady Jess. She just joined the live here. You know what I mean?
Salute,
She's the queen behind the cat. You know what I'm saying? But
no doubt.
you know, real quick, my man DJ, he said something that's fire, and I like that. He said, "How about a True Words and Substance collab?" Now,
Yeah,
the dope thing is, you said something about going to Jersey. True Words is one of my dope MCs that's out of Jersey. Listen, this is one of the
word.
beautiful things I love about this thing here. Is if I can just have people that may not have worked together who I believe are fire, get in it. And if I hear some finished product, I'll be like, yo, word, thank
No
you. You know
doubt.
what I'm saying?
It's
But
all love. I think he followed me a minute ago, man. I was checking out his joints, man. Cat nice, bro.
yes,
Bro. It's simple with me. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
can tell, word. And
if you
same
if you
thing,
if you nice and you working, and I know you about to invest in the joint, it's going on all the platforms, and it's gonna get pushed, and it's a mutual benefit.
word,
Shoot the
word.
joint over. You know what I'm saying? Have it with the verse in it, or at least the hook on it, so I can catch the vibe. You
Yeah,
might get that shit back in less than 24 hours. Might be a
yeah,
day, it might be a couple of days, it might be a week or two.
uh-huh.
It depend how dope the shit is that I get sent. You know what I'm
Word,
saying? But if the shit fire, I'm on it, bro. You know what I
no
mean?
doubt. Listen, man, that's what I love about hip hop, man. Because when you get MCs like, what is some of the dope like, and you know, you're a purist like me. Coming up, when you went to go get that new album, or you heard about a new album dropping, what's one of the things we do? Check those features. You know what I'm
All the
saying? So
time.
always
All the
loving to
time.
see who worked with who and how they got down. You know what I'm saying? Honestly,
Yeah.
as a fan of this, that's y'all. You two would be something I could hear together, bro. And you know, you
I
and I,
appreciate it.
we kick it real talk. So it ain't
Word.
nothing like to
That's
share
love.
that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
love.
But
I
like,
don't take that
you
shit
know,
lightly, man. You know what I mean? Lyricists
word.
gotta unite.
Yeah,
Word.
I peeped that with you, man. Like, cause like even when you like, and I wanted to have you on for a while, but it was one of those things where our relationship was built through tissue and feeling them. but it's
Word.
like you was always responsive to everything. So I was like, word, it worked, and like I said, I appreciate that, and
So I should be.
like I mean, Sisiko, he said he's a big fan of hip hop, USA hip hop. Yo, Sisiko, this is one of them dudes, man. Make sure Cape Town gets that substance work, bro, because listen, y'all will appreciate that down there. You know what I'm saying? And
Word.
it's fire, like this new project you was talking about that you got coming. Once again, when can we expect to hear and see that coming into fruition for?
It's gonna be first quarter next year for sure. I think I'm gonna take some more time with some joints. Like
Uh-huh.
I might not drop four next year like I dropped four this year. I'm not really concerned. Like I just wanna see what happens and how much better it can be if I take even more time with it. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Because I know it probably sounds the most like I took a lot of time with it and I didn't take a short time. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's overnight. But I'm just interested to see if I take even more time and put more thought into it. So it's gonna be first quarter next year, somewhere between January and March for sure. You know what I mean? But I might only drop like two or three joints next year, you know?
Listen, man, it's not for me. It's about the music that you do drop, bro. Because I know for you, you take it serious. So for you to, it's not like I said, it's not just just music just being thrown out. For you to put out that many projects, that's a lot of work that you diligently put into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because we remember when one project a year, the artist was like, yes, I satisfied what I needed to do. You toured the
for
heck
real.
out of the joint. But now is the era where you got it because it can get dated quick. You know what I'm saying? For an avid listener, just for a regular listener. You know what
There's
I'm
so much
saying?
shit coming out, bro.
Yes,
There's
yes. You
so
want
much
to keep
shit.
being relevant, and the thing is, even your loyal fans, you know what I'm saying, like and supporters, you still hear other things, but when you got them dope ones that rock with you, they're gonna come back to it. And one thing about music, if it's dope today, it's dope tomorrow, and it's dope yesterday.
It's
You understand what I'm saying?
timeless. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Word.
Yes.
Word.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Now, like for you, like in the game, like you've been doing it, and I could tell you that you are particular about who you work with. Are there any other artists that you haven't worked with that you maybe see in the future doing some things with?
Um, I know I could name a few cats that I haven't worked with in the past that's gonna be on the next album. The Desolate
Okay.
Lands joint. That's fully produced by Chuck Chan again. Shout out to my dude Fillmore Green out of Chicago. He
Oh,
gonna he gonna
salute.
be on there.
I met
Uh,
him. He good people, man.
I just met him out in LA. You know what I mean? Real
Oh,
good brother, man. Real good dude. Shout out to my
yeah.
dude King Micah. He's from here. He's
Okay.
from Michigan. He,
Word.
he dropped the like the Mighty Healthy albums and shit.
Oh,
Him and Mighty Healthy dropped the I don't know why I can't remember the title right now.
all right.
But King Micah gonna be on the joint. King Arthur, my dude King Arthur gonna be on there. I never did a joint with him before. Yeah, man, I'm trying to think if there's some other people that's on there that nobody ever heard me rap with my dude Supreme Cerebral yet, but we got a few joints. Like ironically enough, like we did a joint already that was supposed to be on my next album, but I ended up finishing another album sooner. But we got it. I
Word.
think I think we're gonna have a joint on this one too. We just ain't that
Okay.
we ain't did it yet. I was talking to another day about it. But there's a couple
Word.
cats on there. I got a joint with me on some nostalgic shit. Speaking of that, my
Mm-hmm.
dude Josiah the Gift, like I sent him this joint and I just had him do the hook. Like you remember back in the '90s when you hear your favorite rapper album and then your other favorite rapper just be on the hook though.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
boy.
Like that shit.
It used to bother you sometimes because you want to hear more of them connect,
Yeah,
but
bro.
but
Yeah.
it works though. Like certain song, it works for. You know what I'm
This
saying? And
yeah. Yeah.
just sometimes me, I was just like happy that they got to work together. Period. Like I just thought the top two short on the Jay-Z joint on just on the hook. It was all good just a week
Like
ago.
that. You know what I mean? Like we done did so many joints together. Like I think everybody's well aware how the chemistry is when we rapping, like verse for verse and shit like that. But it was dope
Mm-hmm.
as hell because I just let them. The joint ended up being called Substantial, and it's literally like all about me and my name and like just what I stand about and like. But I didn't even know what it was gonna be because I just hit him like, "Yo, just do the hook, whatever you feel, and I'm gonna go
Yeah.
off what you do." And then he
Word.
sent the hook back, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I wrote the verses in like a day, laid my verses, and then I sent the reference of that of the hook in my verses over to DJ Grasshopper.
Okay.
He loved the shit so much he cut it up in like one day and sent it back. Shit is just crazy, man.
Let me tell you something, man.
It's a crazy joint.
Like DJ Grasshopper, and this is why I know I'm in the right circle, man. When you hear the same names coming up, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah.
once again, I hear you say, like, shout out to my bro Jamil. Honestly, I always tell you one of my favorite MCs. You know what I'm saying? I hear you guys
Salute.
working. That's why I know
Absolutely.
I'm in the right circle, bro. Like this is what gets me going. You understand what I'm saying? Like this is what it is this is the love, this is the culture. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Hearing all you guys dope MCs from all over and
yeah.
getting to work together. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
And
good group of solid brothers, man. No
yeah,
doubt.
oh yeah, listen. For one, all of y'all show me love, man. So I'm thankful for it. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
Word.
when I look back at this is episode 16 of Regular Cat Convo, man, and I've had some people that I've been fans with from the beginning. I have some people on here who I met along my way, and I'm so thankful for because everybody, like, if you're in the same thing, if you're loving this culture that we are in,
Mm.
and you want to see it prosper and do well, I could rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out
As
to
simple as
Anaje,
that.
man. He just joined in, man. Listen, let me just say this right quick.
My guy.
You know, I love the project, bro. He's actually somebody down the road I like to tap in with too, man, because I love to get into the head of some fire producers, man, like see how they
Yeah,
was thinking, you know, and all
yeah.
that. So I'm definitely gonna link it with you, bro. You know, but
No doubt.
listen,
Shout out to
man.
my guy, man.
Listen, once again, shout out to everybody that's here, man. We got, for everybody you didn't know, my man Substance810. If you haven't heard this dude spit on anything, bro, do yourself a favor because if you love hip hop and if you say you like lyrical substance, like you say, his name literally says it all, man. Because listen, once you lock in, you're one of those MCs or one of those artists, one of those creators. I'm giving you all those titles because I don't want to just lock you into one thing. You
I'm
understand?
humble, G. Word.
No, but you're one of those people that once you get a whiff of, I promise anybody that you'll be in their rotation. You know, my
Mm.
man, Sisiko, he's out in Cape Town. I guarantee you, you're gonna start getting some love in that South Africa, man.
Yo, I
You know what I'm
might come
saying?
out there though. Real shit.
Listen, he the dude that,
Cape Town, and Johannesburg, and Cape
yeah,
Town. Like I was just talking to a publicist about that the other day, man. Like today, maybe or yesterday. Like I'm really
where he
trying to
got,
line something up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Anybody in Cape Town listening, have a promoter hit me. Like I will fly out there. Real shit.
He already DM'd you, bro. So listen, I can vouch
Okay.
for that. Like he's somebody that you can link in with. He be telling me about this dope MC out there too, youngster CPT. You know what I'm saying? So he rock with
Mm.
him. You know,
Word.
but right now, man, listen. I want to thank you for your time today, bro, because I know what it's
Yeah.
like, bro. Listen, you're a creator, you're an artist, but we regular cats as well. You know what I'm saying? We live those lives
Word.
where we gotta attend to things, but one thing about this
Yeah.
is I'm thankful because you took your time. You didn't have to. You understand what I'm saying? I know
That's
who you
love.
are as an artist. I know who you are as a creator, as an MC. You know what I'm saying? And
Word.
thank you for that, bro. Anytime you got something new that you ready to drop, you got my info. You got my number. We gonna link it again. This is the first of however many you want it to be, bro. When I lock in
Yeah.
with good people, my platform, whatever I can do,
Word.
that's what it's about, bro. Because you're helping me as well. Because you got a strict following that. They like, all right, who does he on live with here now? You know what I mean?
Word.
They
Word.
check you. They check you. They check you. You know what I'm saying?
It's all
That's what our
authentic. You know
culture
what I mean?
is. They don't want, and this is like they ain't. Listen, ain't that we weed out those. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And they see you giving me a shot. They're like, all right, who he giving this time to? All right, it might be about
Yeah.
something. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that as well, bro. And
It's love, bro. It's love, no
thank you
doubt.
for the music. thank you for your contribution to our culture because it's needed. If you don't hear it, I'm sure you hear it regularly, but if you haven't heard it today, keep doing it because you are needed in hip hop and in our culture because your music is not, your music is like, not to just keep using the word, but it's the substance that we need, man. You know,
Word.
everybody don't want to go listen to the money that's flashed in the club. We all don't got that, but I get
Yeah.
triggered by making my mind move, making my brain think. And when I
Yeah.
listen to you, when I got rewinded, I'm like, oh, all right, hold on, let me catch what he's saying. You know what I mean? I love
Yeah.
that, yo. That's what hip hop is supposed to
Yeah.
be. You
No
understand what I'm
doubt,
saying? That's what
man.
our culture is.
Yeah.
Something ain't got to
Yeah.
be dumbed down, man. And this
Yeah.
is
That
what the
feel
regular
good.
cat is about, bro.
That
So
feel
real
good to
talk,
hear,
bro.
man. Real shit.
We talk regular, man. I'm thankful for you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody,
Love, man.
yo, before you I let you go, bro, let everybody know how they can tap in with you, where's your music, and like name the project so they can let them know where to go.
Man,
What all the
you could
projects.
find drop like 5 albums since June last year. You can find everything on Substance 810 though. Like any social platform, it's Substance 810. If you're
Mm-hmm.
searching on any streaming platform, it's Substance 810. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, anything you could imagine, I'm on there. The
Mm.
website is the same thing, substance810.com. You know what I mean? Like everything is direct and easy. Fuck with me.
Word. Yo,
Link up.
listen. And not only wrestle him with this music, yo, I've been checking. My bro got a ill merch game work too, man, and that's something that I'm a student to all of that as well. So trust me, I see
Word.
it. Like the wax, you brought it
Yeah.
back with the tapes. You brought it back. Like, listen, whatever
Yep.
platform you want to listen to music, my man provided that for you. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And I
Facts.
saw some months ago, you and I was in a live, one of Phil's lives. You said you re-releasing some of the merch. I got to tap in because your merch is different too, bro. I love it, man. So
No doubt.
listen, we're gonna be talking a lot, man. I'm just thankful for this,
Yeah.
yo. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. You blessed us with your time. Everybody, yo, throw a fire emoji up for my man Substance. This is a dude that gets on the mic and he takes no prisoners, bro. And what we realize it because he keeps it in the raps. This is a dude get behind the boards and take no prisoners as well. He don't want to
Yeah.
talk too much about that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I
So
mean? On the
listen, bro.
humble.
Salute. You on the regular cat radio too, man. Let me let you in regular rotation, bro. So let your people
Absolutely.
know they want to hear your joints on a regular basis. They can always check regular cat radio. We are
Tune
iHeart.
in.
Tell them just go in and tap in, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. It's the first of many. It's love, bro.
Yeah. And I told you that, man. Salute to
You can
you,
always
bro.
catch me on your platform. It's, you know what I mean? This ain't the first time or the last time, bro. Go lock in.
Word.
I might pop up on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
In the fizzy though. Real
listen, I'm
shit.
working on
I
that
do
too,
that.
bro.
Word up.
Listen, I'm working on it. You told me you in Jersey, I'm in CT. Listen, bro,
I'm in Michigan, but that's not far.
we can
I
make it.
mean,
Listen,
it's far, but there's planes and things like that. That shit ain't
it's
nothing, man.
planes. We can make
That
things
shit ain't
happen,
nothing.
bro. And
Yeah.
for you to even say that, let me tell you, man, thank you. You understand? That means a
Yeah.
lot for you to even say that you down to do something like that. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
100% real. I swear to God, I'll pull up. Real shit.
I believe it, bro. And like for me, you gotta understand what
Word.
that means to me because I'm one of those dudes like to tell everybody I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I love this. The acceptance that my culture has given me. Like you sometimes you worry about how it'll be perceived and all that, but once again, you told me, you listen from the jump. You told me
Yeah.
off no camera, you like the way I present this. Like you can
Word.
see it's organic. You know?
It's genuine, man. It's genuine.
Yes.
No doubt.
Thank you, bro.
No
And that's
doubt.
what we doing, man. And your music is genuinely fire, bro, for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man.
So,
Appreciate that shit, yo. No doubt.
once again, you already heard it. My brother Substance, he gave us some exclusives here tonight. You already know this isn't the last time he's here. Thank you for your time on this Friday night, my G. All right?
Thank you for having me, my G. Peace, peace.
That we'll be talking soon.
No doubt.
Yo, yo, man, before I go, y'all, I just want to say this is why I do this, man. I love hip hop. I grew up in hip hop. I was born in '76. I don't hide my age. because that lets you know what I've seen, you know, what I've experienced. These are the conversations that makes me and why I do this. You know, the regular cat, I say it all the time, I'm a regular cat that loves hip hop. Everybody that I ever have a conversation with who see this, you see it, you know it. Anybody that knows me, shout out to everybody that has been here, who will be here in the future, who checks in regularly. Shout out to my GOAT squad. Shout out to my tribe. Listen, once again, I'll tell everybody, check us out. You already know here, Regular Cat Konvo. Check us out on the website, regularcatconvo.com. YouTube under the same name. The iHeart radio station under Regular Cat Radio. Tomorrow night, we got my man DJ Philly Phil on once again from 9 to 11. We're going to have next week, most likely, we're going to have my homegirl, DJ Unbreakable, bringing all that fire from my crew, the GOAT Squad, man. I promise y'all, they're going to lock in. I'm going to let y'all know the times. We're going to have them on. But listen, I'm not going to let y'all know who's going to be on next week. I already got that lined up. I just want to thank y'all, man. Thank you for everybody for keep rocking with me here. Sasha Rock, the regular cat. Just the regular cat that loves hip-hop, man. Listen, we're going to keep doing this because this is what we love, man. Do what you love. And if you love what you do, man, then it's not work. You know what I'm saying? This is just something you embrace. And that's what we're doing here, man. So salute to that. And before I go, shout out to my New York Knicks. We still rocking 2-0. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even checked in. I ain't had to. You know what I mean? And we're going to be having different content, too. You know what I'm saying? I might be on here some nights talking about my Knicks. You never know. And whoever want to chime in, we do it. You know what I'm saying? I just love communicating with my people. I love the love that we get here. You know what I'm saying? So everybody enjoy your weekend. If y'all not doing nothing later, in about 10 o'clock, go over and join my man Torre and Bonsu on Hard to Earn. They're going to be revisiting Black Sheep's album, the 30-year anniversary. We got my man Dress from Black Sheep stopping in. So if anybody coming there is on Hard to Earn, you know, let them know Sasha Rock, regular cat, sent you there, man. We're going to be in there having some fun revisiting this album, all right? So everybody enjoy your weekend. Y'all know where to find me at 10 o'clock. But until then, y'all be safe. Enjoy, all right? Peace.